Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I will create a Keltner channel indicator. I will start by explaining what a Keltner channel indicator is, and then I will create it. So I guess the best way to explain the concept is to actually show you on one article I found. So yeah, this is the article. It's on Investopedia, so this is a legit source. And let's check it. Yeah, so this is basically the picture of Keltner channel. It consists of two indicators. Okay, so on this picture I will explain basically how we combine these two indicators. So the first indicator in the middle is the moving average. Okay, so there is this very, I am not sure if it's that visible, but there's like this line in the middle which is a moving average. I don't know the period in this case, but it's usually around 14, 5, 15, 20, 25, something like this. And then you have this higher and lower band. So this is basically where the ATR indicator comes into play. So the ATR indicator, I can show you here. So this is the moving average, this is ATR. So the ATR indicator basically shows you the average price range. The price tends to move over the last X number of candlesticks. In this case it's 14 candlesticks. Okay, so this basically tells you how much it should move to either one of the sides. Yeah, so that's basically the idea. And the Keltner channel indicator takes this information and it basically uses it to create these higher and lower bands. Okay, so that's how it works. The formula to create this indicator is very simple, as you can see here. So Keltner channel calculation, you take the exponential moving average, and to the channel upper band, which is basically this upper band right here, you just take the exponential moving average and you add the ATR times 2. Okay, and for the lower band you also take the exponential moving average and you subtract 2 times the ATR value from it. Of course, how many times you basically want to use the ATR, that's up to you, but by default it's 2 times. So that's how it works. Very, very simple, but extremely effective indicator. So yeah, I guess let's do it. Let's not waste any more time. So MT5 IDE. In your navigator, go to the indicators folder. I will open my YouTube folder right here. I will right click on my YouTube folder and I will create a new file. So it's a custom indicator, so leave this checked. Click on next and let's call this Keltner channel. And we will give it three inputs, okay, 3 input parameters. So the first one is for the exponential moving average period. So let's call it input period. So by default this period will be 20. And do you know what? Let's only add 2 inputs. And the second input will be input ATR multiplier. Okay, so this is basically how many times we want to use the ATR when we calculate the upper and lower band. So it's going to be type of double because we can use decimal places for this. And let's go with the initial value of 2.0. Okay, so this is the normal value that is used. So let's click on next, and the indicator won't be in a separate window, it will be in the main window, but we can add the plots, right? So we need basically 3 plots. So the first plot is for the middle line, the second plot is for the upper band, and the third plot is for the lower band. So let's rename these. So this is, let's just call it EMA since it's going to be the exponential moving average. Yeah. The second is upper band, and the third will be lower band. And we can change the colors so it looks a little bit nicer. So all of these will be type of line, so that's okay. And the colors, so for the exponential moving average we can use light sky blue. Upper band, let's do Dodger blue. Let's try this, I can change it later. And for the lower band, let's do, I think red is okay. Orange red maybe. And I think for the EMA I will make it white, so it's like neutral. Okay? Neutral, yeah. Neutral, I don't know. So yeah, so white, Dodger blue, orange red. Finish, and that's it. So now let me just increase the font size here and we can start. So since we will be using two basically built-in indicators, it will be very simple to create this Keltner channel. Okay, so the first thing we need is to create handles, because yeah, we will be working with built-in indicators, and when we work with built-in indicators we need handles. So let's create exponential moving average handle and ATR handle. Yeah, so then on init function we have to assign the indicators to these handlers. So handle is equal to I moving average for the current symbol, current period. Moving average period will be equal to input EMA period. Moving average shift is 0. Mode, so it's exponential moving average, or yeah. Or do you know what I can do here is that I can make this argument as an input as well. Okay, so it's like more dynamic, let's say. So let's go here and let's create input. Now enum MA method. Let's call this MA method will be equal to mode EMA by default. Okay, and then we can just take this input here, paste it here. Perfect. And price is going to be price close. Like, I don't know what. Let's create this input as an variable as well. So input enum applied price. So MA price is equal to price close. And since this is not going to be like EMA period, because we can change the type, let's just call this MA period, okay? So like this, and this here. Okay, perfect. So this is okay. And also let's change the name to moving average here. Okay, so let's continue. So now we have to assign the ATR indicator to the ATR handle as well. So ATR handle is equal to I ATR for a current symbol, current period, and ATR, sorry, it's under input. Oh, I didn't specify the period because I think it might be nice to basically use the same period for a moving average and for the ATR. I'm not sure if it's the correct approach. I think it's not, but let's just try to keep it consistent, and then I can create an input for the ATR period as well. Okay, so this is going to be the period of moving average. So now basically when I say that I want to use 100 as a period for the moving average, I will use ATR of 100 as well. Okay, so let's continue. So now, like, what you have to do is that you have to create the main for loop, and inside that main for loop I have to use the copy buffer functions, and then just assign values to the buffers, and that's all. So static integer I is equal to 100 for I lower than rates total and I plus plus. So here, so outside of this for loop I will create double ATR and MA. So both of these are an arrays, as you can see here, and it's because I will use these arrays in the copy buffer functions. Okay, so now let's call the copy buffer functions. So indicator handle, let's start with EMA handle. Buffer number is 0. Starting position is rates total minus I. Count is 1, and we will store this one value into the moving average array that we created here. And then the same thing for the ATR handle as well. So 0, rates total minus I, 1, and ATR. Perfect. And now we can just do, so EMA buffer at position I is equal to MA at position 0. Upper band buffer I is equal to MA at position 0 plus ATR at position 0 times input ATR multiplier, and lower band buffer at position I is equal to MA at position 0 minus ATR at position 0 times input ATR multiplier. And this is it. This is the Keltner channel, I guess. So let's test it out. Yeah, let's test it. So let's open the indicators here, YouTube here. Let's find case. So Keltner channel is right here. Let's deploy it, and it doesn't show anything. Perfect. Yeah. So I did something wrong somewhere, so let's just check it out. I found the error here. It's rates total minus I, and now it works. Okay, so let me just delete the moving average and the average to range here. This is basically our Keltner channel. Okay, so now how to read this. So if the price basically goes either above the upper band or below the lower band, it basically means that the price is moving more than it should compared to its average. Okay, so it's something that shouldn't happen. Yeah, shouldn't happen, and it basically tells us that something is happening. Yeah. So then the question is, what is happening? So either there can be a start of a new trend, for example here. Okay, so this huge bullish candlestick goes above the upper band and then it continues to go up. So this is a start of an uptrend, or it can like end like this. So you have one bearish candlestick goes below the lower band, second bullish candlestick, it looks like it starts a new trend, but then it just stays flat and it goes inside. So that's like how you read it. I think a majority of people trade this the same way they trade the Bollinger Bands. So the simple idea is that you basically wait for the price to go, in this case, yeah, you wait for the price to go below the lower band, and then you wait for the price to retrace, so to go back above. And when it goes above, you open a buy position in this case, and you hold it until the price basically touches this middle line. Okay, so that's how the majority of people trade this, I guess. Well, let's do one thing. Let's change this to 4. So when you basically change the multiplier, it basically means that you increase the gap between the upper and lower band, and it only basically spots very aggressive deviations. Yeah. So you can see that by increasing the value to 4, the multiplier value, most of the candlesticks are just inside, yeah, of this channel, and just few of them go outside. So for example, in this case, yeah, then it goes back. So yeah, this is it. Well, I think it's very useful to I think it's very, very useful, like, to use something like this. Let me just, I will try to change the period to to, for example, 100, and let's change this to 2. So yeah, so now this is not good. 4 back here. Okay, so maybe 6. So now I basically increased the moving average period. Okay. And this seems like it can catch the trends quite nicely. Let me do one more thing. I kept the same period for the moving average and for the ATR. Let me just create a new input, which will be called input ATR period. And now we will have basically 2 separate periods, one for moving average, one for ATR. And let's just check the difference. So yeah, so this is 100 moving average with 14 ATR. Okay, so period 14 to the ATR. And now you can see that the plot looks absolutely different because, yeah, so this is quite interesting. Okay, so you can use something like this as well. The idea behind basically using higher moving average values and lower ATR values is that you will be basically able to spot the differences, like on not lower time frame, but when I change this to, for example, 100, yeah, you can see that the line is pretty consistent. When I change this to 14, the line basically adapts to the current price much better. Yeah, so that's the idea. So I guess this is it. This is the Keltner channel, and I think it might be a good idea to create an expert advisor based on this in the next video. So yeah, so that's what I will do. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.